Woo, welcome back. Taxonomy categories, let's go. So, let's just give a recap on what we have learned so far. We started with the chapter, The Living World. Before Living World, we met a man named Smear, and then we moved on to actually start learning about the living world, the diversity, it's 1.7 to 1.8 million, about the term biodiversity, the definition, all that's important. And then we were introduced to nomenclature, binomial nomenclature, generic name, the specific epithet, all that is really very important. Okay, now we were given the rules by which we should be vigilant while naming the organisms, plants, animals. Okay, so we were given 4 rules. You have to keep in mind 4 rules, and there was one unspoken rule which you have to know. Okay, now after that we were given the full forms of ICB and ICZN. For and of, please keep in mind, if you haven't yet watched my video, that's the first part. I'll put that in my link. Please go watch that and then proceed. Okay, so I also told you Carlos Linnaeus is a very interesting person. He can be found anywhere in NCERT because he is the NCERT. Okay, maybe that's too much. Okay, so the last thing we learned, Carlos Linnaeus used Systema Naturae as the title of his publication. Okay, he found out a new branch of study called systematics, which takes into account the evolutionary relationship between organisms. That's why we ended our story. We ended our story, guys. Anyways, so let's move on with this. Taxonomic categories. Taxonomic category. Classification is not a single step process but involves hierarchy of steps in which each step represents a rank or a category. I told you, right? Like everything. If rice is a category, then basmati is also a category. Okay, please. This is the most simple example I could ever give you. Since a category is a part of overall taxonomic arrangement, it is called the taxonomic category, and all category constitute taxonomic hierarchy. You know the hierarchy pyramid, there's the pyramid, and at the top Hakuna Matata. Each category, referred to as unit of classification, in fact represents a rank and is commonly termed as taxon. Like I said, right, taxa, everything is a taxa. Rice is a taxa, basmati is a taxa. Okay, so each category referred to as a unit of classification. Taxa, the plural is taxa. Okay, the singular is taxon. Plural and singular will never leave us. Okay, now this is actually an example of what you actually have to keep in mind. It's not much. The important ones are these: the taxonomic category, taxonomic hierarchy, and taxon. Like I told you, the bold letters are always very important in NCERT. You don't have to look at anything else, but it's always to be on the safe side. Just read the NCERT. Hierarchy is rank. You rank things. Rice is a rank, and basmati is also rank. Please note. Please note. Okay, so we go on with the paragraph. Remember, groups represent category. Category further denotes rank. Each rank or taxon, in fact, represents a unit of classification. These taxonomic groups, categories, are distinct biological entities and not merely morphological aggregates. So confusing. You know what? The NCERT confuses people so much. What this basically means, this paragraph basically means that everything is a category. Rice is a category. Basmati is a category. Okay. Don't, confuse yourself by trying to understand this. I'm summing up this paragraph. This paragraph basically sums up the fact that everything is a category. Taxonomical studies of all known organisms have led to the development of common categories such as kingdom, phylum or division, phylum of division, class, order, family, genus and species. Let me make this clear. Phylum is used for animals and division is purely and strictly for plants. Please note what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a trick which actually got me past my 3 years in preparation for NEET. Is K P C O F G S. King Paul cried out for good soup. The catch? Should I talk about the catch? King Paul cried out for good soup. Basically, what I'm saying: kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. Ta-da! This is actually the trick that got me through. If you have learned any other trick before, please don't learn this. like if you want to learn, it's good, but then if you have any other tricks up your sleeve on this, please do not learn this, because everything you'll just get confused. So stick to one. If people who learn without tricks, just learn it, and people who didn't actually reach a conclusion on which trick to use, please, this is so good. This trick got me by my 3 years, I repeat 3 years, for the preparation of NEET. Okay, paragraph is basically that the basic requirement is the knowledge of characters of an individual or group of organism. This helps in identifying similarities and dissimilarities among the individuals of the same kind of organism as well as other kind of organism. That's it. So species, the last, we are starting from the base of the pyramid. The base of the pyramid is pretty much the base of everything. Okay, species. Taxonomic studies consider a group of individual organisms with fundamental similarities as a species. All Dalmatians are Dalmatian. If you bring 3 Dalmatians in front of me, they are Dalmatian, they are a species. But then, if you bring dogs here of German Shepherd, Dalmatian, Pomeranian, Pitbull, everyone is different. They are dogs, but not everyone is German Shepherd. Not everyone is Pitbull. That's the difference. Species is the base. One should be able to distinguish one species from the other closely related species based on the distinct morphological differences. Let us consider Mangifera indica is, by the way, for your information, Mangifera indica is the scientific name of mango. Solanum tuberosum is the scientific name of potato. Panthera leo is the scientific name of lion. Please note, this is important. All 3 names, indica, tuberosum and leo, are species name. They are specific epithets. While the first words means Mangifera, Solanum, Panthera, these are genus name, generic name, okay? Mangifera, Solanum, Panthera are genera and represent another higher level of taxonomic category. I told you, right? King Paul cried out for good soup, for genus and species. Above species is genus. Genus is a higher category, a higher level of taxon than species. Please note. Each genus may have one or more than one specific epithets representing different organism. Like I said, a genus may be a dog, but then species are Dalmatian. Okay, you understand? Dalmatian, Pomeranian, there can be many more. Okay, so that's what is saying here. Each genus may have one or more than one specific epithets representing different organism, but having morphological similarities, because dogs are dogs. For example, Panthera has another specific epithet called tigris, and Solanum includes specific epithets like nigrum and melongena. Panthera leo is for lion. What we saw right here. We saw here Panthera leo lion, right? And now they said there is a Panthera tigris also, which is the scientific name of tiger. And we saw here Solanum tuberosum, right? And there is another Solanum nigrum as well as another Solanum melongena. You understand what I'm saying? Solanum melongena, thus basically saying that they are not the only one. Solanum tuberosum is in the end. There is Solanum nigrum, there is Solanum melongena. Okay? Human beings belong to the species sapiens, which is grouped in the genus Homo. Scientific name, thus, for human being is written as Homo sapien. Guys, we are Homo sapiens. Okay? I'm not going to say human being, I'm going to say Homo sapien. So the next topic, which is above the species, comes the genus. Genus comprises a group of related species which has more characters in common in comparison to species of other genera. We can say that genera are aggregates of closely related species. For example, potato and brinjal are 2 different species, but both belong to the genus Solanum. Panthera leo, leopard, P. pardus, and tiger, P. tigris, with several common features, are all species of the genus Panthera. This genus differs from other genus Felis, which includes cats. So basically what I'm going to sum up is genus means related species, because species is at the bottom of the pyramid, remember, and above species is genus. So group of related species comprises a genus. Genus comprises a group of related species which has more characters in common in comparison to species of other genera. We can say that genera are aggregates of closely related species. Genera are aggregates of closely related species. Closely related species. Okay. For example, if you are talking about rice, one species of rice is basmati rice. So there is another types of rice other than basmati also. So all these species are what? Rice, right? So that's what they're saying. Genera are aggregates or a collection of closely related species. Here they have given an example. Potato and brinjal are two different species but both belong to the genus Solanum. Just now we learned that Solanum tuberosum is the scientific name of potato. So for brinjal, there is a scientific name. We learned that there are Solanum tuberosum, Solanum nigrum and Solanum melongena. The scientific name of brinjal is Solanum melongena. So Solanum tuberosum is potato, Solanum melongena is brinjal. Solanum, the genus, is the same, but the species, one is melongena and one is tuberosum. These both are different. That's what you have to keep in mind. Okay, but both belong to the genus Solanum. Okay, lion Panthera leo, leopard Panthera pardus, and tiger Panthera tigris, with several common features, are all species of the genus Panthera. There is another genus also which is called Felis, which includes cats. So there are many genus, and many genus contain many specific epithets. So please make sure to know that. The next thing which you're gonna learn, which is above the genus, is family. We are going according to the pyramid. So species at the base, then above species there is genus, and then above genus there is family. Okay. So the next category, family, has a group of related genera with still less number of similarities as compared to genus and species. Obviously, species were the most similar. Dalmatian were the similar. Then we came to genus. Genus is like Dalmatian and German Shepherd are dogs, but then they are not similar. But then we go a little more up. Dogs, German Shepherd, Dalmatian are dogs, not similar, but they are not at all similar with tigers, are they? But they are animals, they have tail. Yeah, that's the difference. So, families are characterized on the basis of both vegetative and reproductive features of plant species. Among plants, for example, 3 different genera, Solanum, Petunia, and Datura, are placed in the family Solanaceae. Okay, please make sure, please take note of this. Among plants, 3 different genera, Solanum, Petunia, and Datura. We know Solanum, right? Solanum tuberosum, Solanum nigrum, Solanum melongena, which is brinjal. Okay, they are all placed above in the family Solanaceae. So Solanum nigrum, Solanum is genera, nigrum is species. Above the genus is Solanaceae. They are placed in the family Solanaceae. So if we talk in the order family, genus, species, it will come as Solanaceae, Solanum, nigrum. Solanaceae, Solanum tuberosum will be the family, genus, species name of potato. Okay. Among animals, for example, genus Panthera, comprising lion, tiger, leopard, is put along with genus Felis in the family Felidae. So, in case we are talking about lion. So the scientific name of lion is Panthera leo, but they are placed now genus. A lot of genus comprises a family, right? So in this genus Panthera, and in this species Leo is lion. Got it? Similarly, if you observe the features of a cat and a dog, you will find some similarities and some differences as well. They are separated into 2 different families, Felidae and Canidae respectively. Order, you have seen earlier that categories like species, genus and families are based on a number of similar characters. Generally, order and other higher taxonomic categories are identified based on the aggregate or the collection of characters. Okay, so order being a higher category. So look at this. It's like King Paul cried out for good soup. Okay, so a lot of species combined becomes one genus. A lot of genus combined becomes one family. A lot of family combined becomes one order. There can be many orders and many families can differ in order, but a lot of families can contain a lot of different genus, and a lot of different genus will contain even more different species. You understand? This is vast. Please make this base clear. Order being a higher category is the assemblage of families. A lot of families makes one order which exhibit a few similar characteristics. The similar characters are less in number as compared to different genera included in a family. Plant families like Convolvulaceae and Solanaceae are included in the order Polymoniales, mainly based on floral characters. The animal order Carnivora includes families like Felidae and Canidae. See, Felidae contained which all? Felidae contained lion, tiger and cats, and Canidae contained dogs. That was what was given in the previous family. Okay. Now, what they are saying is that Felidae and Canidae comes under the same order Carnivora. Okay. We go to the next one, that is class. Okay. Category includes related orders. That's it. Related orders becomes class. One class. For example, order Primata comprising monkey, gorilla, gibbon is placed in class Mammalia along with order Carnivora that includes animals like tiger, cat and dog. Wait a minute. Listen to this. Please keep your NCERT with you while I'm teaching this so that you can mark what is actually important, because everything from here on is very important. To get a clear idea on this, I'll just show you, okay? Please listen carefully to what I'm going to say again, okay? We learned about species, okay? So many species, different species. Solanum tuberosum, Solanum nigrum, Solanum melongena. These are species. Now, genus. Genus, Solanum is a genus. Mangifera is a genus, okay? Those are genus. So, a lot of species combined genus. One genus is Solanum. The Solanum was a genus that contained a lot of species, okay? They were different, but they all came under the same genus. Understood what I'm saying? This should be clear, and then I'll go ahead with other things, okay? Now, let's come back to genus. Understood? Now, what you have to understand that a lot of genus combined one family. Suppose I told you, right, Solanum was a genus, okay? So, Solanum was a genus. Like that, there were other genus named Petunia and Datura as well, okay? And these three were placed in again one family which was called Solanaceae. Solanaceae. So one about Solanum, what we knew was Solanum tuberosum, Solanum nigrum. Okay, these different species were in one genus, and now so many genus are placed in again one family. Please take note that there is not only Solanum family, there is many families. We are talking about this type of plant. There are so many plants, and yet there is an animal family also. The example is also given there. For animals, the genus Panthera. Panthera, we learned that Panthera leo comprises the lion, Panthera tigris, the tiger, and Panthera pardus, leopard. They are put along in the genus Panthera, right? Panthera had so many species. Okay. Now, Panthera was what genus? It had many species. Now, Panthera, like Panthera, there is another genus also named Felis. And these both are again what? Placed under the family Felidae. And please don't misunderstand, there is another family called Canidae as well. Okay. This is going to be confusing. This is why I told you to please open your eyes and ears carefully as to what I'm explaining right here. Hope you have understood. Please rewind the video again and watch it, because this is the base of everything. Okay. Now we are over with the family. Two families I told you, Felidae and Canidae. Now these both Felidae and Canidae, these are what? Family, right? Now Felidae and Canidae are what? Families. These are two different families. They are again placed in the same order named Carnivora. So Carnivora is an order. Felidae had two, Felis and Panthera. Panthera had lion, tigris and leopard. Felis had cat. Okay. Carnivora had dogs. Do you understand? The distribution goes on. Okay. So, we are aggregating, we are combining everything and adding them up, again, on top. Okay. Understood, right? There is an order called Carnivora. And there is an order called Primata. These both are different orders, okay? Different orders. These are different orders, and they'll be placed in again what? Same class. Above order is what? Class. So these are placed in the same class Mammalia. Mammals. Yeah. Okay. Order Primata had monkey, gorilla and gibbon. Okay. And order Carnivora had tiger, cat and dog. We just finished the explanation of that. All these are placed again in the Mammalia. As the thing goes up, the similarities keeps on decreasing, but then the common characters keeps on increasing. That's one thing you have to be taking note of. Then there's phylum. You combine a lot of class and then you have phylum. There are many classes, and you group certain classes together and then it becomes one phylum. You group certain other classes together and it becomes another phylum. Understand? We have phylum here, which is the almost on the top of the chain. Classes comprising animals like fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds along with mammals constitute the next higher category called phylum. That's it. A lot of species combine genus, a lot of genus combine the family, a lot of family combine the order, a lot of order combine the class, a lot of classes combined called phylum. Understood? All these based on the common features like the presence of notochord, dorsal hollow neural system are included in phylum Chordata. In case of plants, classes with few similar characteristics are assigned to a higher category called division. Plants doesn't have phylum. Plants has division. And for animals, we use phylum. Please take note. You have to take note of the ascending order and the descending order. I'll just write it here in case some intelligent ones don't know. Okay, that's it. Now, kingdom, the last, the topmost, the king of the chains. Okay, kingdom. All animals belonging to various phyla are assigned to the highest category called kingdom. Related phylum goes to kingdom, related division, kingdom. Okay, so all animals have the highest category, kingdom Animalia, and kingdom Plantae, on the other hand, is the highest category of all, the highest division. Various phyla means various phylum. Various division means various in the plant category. Okay, so they go to kingdom Plantae. Henceforth, we'll refer to these groups as animal and plant kingdom. Beware, there is a separate chapters for plant and animal kingdom. It's very interesting chapter. I like those chapters a lot. Chapters will be coming soon. Taxonomic categories from species to kingdom have been shown in ascending order, starting with species. Starting with species is the ascending order. So from species to kingdom, you go in ascending order. Don't forget this. Ascending order, descending order, 95% of the people go wrong in this. Is such common sense wala question. Lower the taxa, more are the characteristics that the members within the taxon share. Higher the category, greater is the difficulty of determining the relationship to other taxa. Lower the taxa in the sense, lower the taxa is what? Any category or line. So lower in the sense, if you come in the species level, Panthera leo is the lowest. So lower the taxa, greater the similarities. More the characteristics with the members within the taxon share. Higher the category as you go from genus to family to order to class to phylum to kingdom. The difficulty in determining the relationship to other taxa is kind of difficult. We did it. We are almost at the end of the lesson. And this table is very, 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 very important. Board point of view, NEET point of view, entrance exam point of view, common sense point of view. Okay. So here, like I told you, only thing you have to keep in mind is man, the biological name of man. Yours and mine biological name are the same. Like, we share similarities. Biological name is Homo sapien, genus Homo, family Hominidae, order Primata, class Mammalia, phylum division Chordata. Housefly, the biological name Musca domestica, Musca muscidae, Diptera insecta, Arthropoda. Like that, mango and wheat. Please make sure to learn this. You can make tricks. Please tell me if you want tricks, because I have tricks, but too much of tricks, then you have to learn tricks, then it's too much of work. But if you want to learn tricks, you can actually let me know. So maybe I'll just put a short on just the tricks on this table. So please learn this table. It is very important. They may give fill in the they will give the whole table, and they will put blanks in certain places, so you have to fill it on your own. So please let me know. Learn this as it is. Okay, the chapter is over. If you actually thought that summary wouldn't be taught, you're wrong. Absolutely. Summary is the core, is the rank determining. In our coaching centers, summary, they used to keep questions from the summary, because we used to demand that you keep questions from NCERT. Okay. And so our coaching centers used to actually take questions from a summary for the exam to determine the ranking. Ranking is also important. So obviously children are not going to, 90% of the children don't actually read the summary, because summary is basically what we have spent our brain racking period. So NEET oriented also, the people who are making questions in NEET love making us confused. Summary is the place, is the target. Summary is always the target. So you have to read the summary. Please read the summary. Summaries are basically what the summary of the whole chapter, but then they can put as it is questions. See, branch of knowledge dealing with these aspects is referred to as taxonomy. They'll write like, biologists have evolved certain rules and principles for identification, nomenclature, classification of organism. Such branch of knowledge is what? Taxonomy, systematics. They can write anything, and we'll get confused because we haven't seen such sentence. Obviously we haven't, because we haven't read the summary. Please read the summary. Don't forget to read the summary. Now itself you can actually just read it. You don't have to actually learn it. Just read it, and after this lecture you read it and it will be in your mind. So no worries on that. Again, if you actually thought I won't make you do the exercises, you're again wrong. Exercises, actually, if you spend at least half an hour learning this chapter, trying to understand, going back again, understanding the concepts and everything, and you don't do the exercises to know where you stand, no, bro, no, it's a game over. Do the exercises, at least do the short exercises like the 7th one, or maybe try to do the 9th one, or maybe do the 5th one. I told you, right? The 5th one, I already told you. Okay. So these are like just, you know, you look and do the answers. So do these questions. It's really very important. At least try to do the questions in your text before going to other text and doing question application level. First, do from your NCERT, be thorough in your NCERT, and then go further. Thank you. This chapter is over.